Pastor Billy here with Pastor Dave, and we're here today to talk about Battle for the Heart, the leader in crisis. Dave, give us the quick summary. What is this thing that we're talking about?
So, Heart of the Leader was this amazing video / homework seminar that Billy and then myself got to pilot. It came to us out of a group out of Atlanta that was recommended by our church strategic consultant. It's a 6-week, and it doesn't have to be consecutive, but a 6-week.
Took me a lot longer than 6 weeks to do.
There's flexibility, and it comes with some homework, right? So at least half your group, the leader has to take on some initiative. It's 20 to 30 minutes of homework, 4 days in advance of a group, small group meetings. 3 to 5 people get together and start to share the state of your heart.
So a small group. So it's essentially it's a small group Bible study that we're gearing towards the men of Cornerstone. And there's a video component. So one video a week, some homework that you do in between, and then you get together with a group of we're saying 4 to 5 men, 3 to 5 men to go through the material together. You can do this in person if you're comfortable meeting in person. I met over breakfast with a group of guys I did it with, or you could meet over Zoom and do it over Zoom. So this has been really impactful for the two of us. Let's talk about that.
I mean, it's called State of the Heart. What's the tagline again?
It's the leader in crisis. I think was at least as it was originally rolled out.
And it was rolled out in the middle of COVID. Because we found ourselves in a crisis, didn't we? And so this was a opportune time to roll it out, and it was a kind of a condensing of a year-long program that Wellspring Group does. But it was trying to meet us in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of having to shift our gears as everybody was doing last March, and it really was impactful in you, and which was what motivated me to do it, because I saw some of the changes that were coming out of our pastoral staff meetings that you were incorporating from this
I think that was the heart of the leader, and what we did with that was probably the single greatest thing I did during the pandemic. It got me engaged with what was going on in my own heart, and it was just wonderful to do it with a group of guys, and it made a tremendous impact for me. So much so that you and I were interviewed by Wellspring. We made it in their national newsletter, which was fun to do. I'm taking it a step further and doing. They've got a really intensive retreat that I'm doing with a couple of elders. But made a big impact on me. You saw the impact that it had on me. You got a group of guys together, and what was your experience like?
I can say, straight up, it's the deepest small group I've ever been part of. And I think they give you the tools to start looking at things on a deeper level than you usually do in a Bible study, because it starts looking at the heart. It's looking at not only your thoughts, not only at the thoughts of the Bible characters, but looking a little bit under the surface at their behaviors, at their emotions. And guys, at least, I tend to stuff down my emotions, and I don't know what to do with them. And they give you this page of 150 emotions, 75 positive emotions, 75 negative emotions. I look through this and try and pick out 3 that are what you're experiencing now. And it's just kind of, they said, for some of you, this is going to be overwhelming. That was my experience. It's like, oh my goodness, look at all these emotional words. And we kind of joke about it because, one of the guys in my group took it to his wife, and her, her experience was, well, where are all the rest? But for some of us like me, it was like, oh my goodness, I should look at these and what is my heart? But then you go deeper and get to the point of saying, what are my deep desires that are underlying my thoughts, my behavior, and these emotions? Am I being, my deep desires being thwarted? Are my deep desires in line with God's word? And then it gave us the tools to listen. And how do you listen to a brother who's going to uncover his heart and some of the issues he wants to discuss that week? And it's like, oh, so here's a list of things you shouldn't do. And, oh, this is all things I do wrong. One-upmanship. And let me give you some advice. I'm going to fix it for you. And it's not that. It's listening carefully, finding those emotion words and those deep desires that come out in conversation, and helping to draw it out of them. And then, think about, is this in line with God's word? Is this a godly desire that's behind some of my activity? And just being able to be affirmed in some of these struggles that we have as men, it's just been tremendous for me.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Well, just was impactful for both of us, and we're eager to see more men go through this, and more men to go through this at Cornerstone. And so this is our men's ministry initiative as we get into the spring here. And so we would love to see just groups of men all over Cornerstone experiencing this. So again, it's a small group Bible study experience, can be done in as little as 6 weeks, could stretch it out over a longer period of time. The next step for you would be either to, we'll have some links here, but to register with Wellspring yourself. But what we'd like to do is on our men's ministry website, we'll put all of this information, and you can click there, let us know that you are that you're interested.
And if you need a group to join,
we'll collect the information.
Contact me, we'll put it together and put you in groups.
Really can do this at any time. I think Wellspring is pushing this out sometime in the March time frame of a kickoff, but they've said to us, your folks can go through it whenever. So be sure to check out our men's ministry website for sure. That'll be one of the landing places we'll have with all of that information. Let us know if you have any questions. So,
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Goodbye for now.